to every single person, right? So with that being said, guys, as more people are getting their videos on, I really want every single person to dive into the chat box, right? Just dive into the chat box, and really, the way I want to open this call up is to ask the question of what I actually asked on my story. I asked, look, what is it that people are excited for at this current moment in time? Like, what are we excited for? What are we excited for? What are we grateful for? Whether it's something that we're excited for that we have now, grateful that we have now, or whether it's something that we're excited for, something coming up, or grateful for something that's about to come, grateful for some of the blessings that are about to come into our life. Jazz Lau said he's excited for Project 1000. Yo, listen, guys. You guys already know about Project 1000. You guys already know that you're about to have 1,000 plus people making $1,000+ per month by the end of this year within TEC. You already know the vibes. You already know you're about to have 1,000 people within TEC in Houston Convention. What else? What else am I saying? We got excited for growth. We got excited for the partnership of TEC. You already know the vibes, the family, man. Grateful for the positive vibes and the people around me. Excited for this opportunity to help my friends reach a place where they wouldn't able to be without normal 9 to 5s. For real. Shout out to Frina. Excited to become the best version of myself, and this will allow me to produce the results I desire. Oh my gosh, listen, guys, it's about to be mad. There's so much abundance on this call. Jeremy says she's grateful for me. I'm grateful for you, man. There's so much abundance on this call. There's so much positive energy. There's so many people that are happy, and there's so many people that are excited. And the reason why I really wanted to open up this call with that, and I've actually got a few notes for this call. Normally I kind of just hop on and I just speak and I just kind of go with the flow, and normally the source comes out. But today I wanted to really be kind of intentional with some of the things, some of the points that I wanted to say, just because I know that it may be kind of some of it may be like a sensitive topic to certain people. So I just really wanted to make sure I hop on here and really add direct value, directly some stuff that's really going to help every single person shift their perspective. Because I know currently we've got a lot of people that are maybe a bit worried about certain things that are going on. In fact, let's be real, guys. Like, in the chat box, drop a 1 if you're currently worried at the moment about something in your life. Whether it's coronavirus, whether it's something else, doesn't really matter. If you're worried about something in your life right now, you're worried, you're fearful, you're anxious, I want you guys to drop a 1, just so that I kind of know and understand if people actually do or actually are kind of scared of these certain kind of concepts, right? And just try to tell me I need to do press up. I'm not doing a press up for saying coronavirus, because the reason being is because you want to do press ups for saying things that are maybe things like try, tired. These are negative words, but I don't necessarily see it as a negative. It's more of a description of certain things that are going on, right? And I'm really going to touch on these things because I'm going to help you guys kind of understand the kind of thought process that I be having sometimes. Like, why is it that people are like, quite a few people have been coming up to me, calling me, asking me, yo, like, as in like, I'm a bit worried, blah 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 blah. Like how can I change my thinking, all this kind of stuff. And it's like, there's certain kind of thought process that I really apply when it comes down to this whole situation, and just in general, honestly, like just in general in life, different things that are gonna come up, because this isn't the only thing that you may be worried about. There's other things probably that you're worried about at the moment, or maybe not. Maybe the media has consumed you so much that that's the only thing you're thinking about, which is one thing, which is actually going on with a lot of people, but I'll speak about that later. But the first thing I really want to open up with saying, and again, I'm going to be looking at my phone a few times because I do have some notes. And by the way, I do want to see more videos popping up, right? Because now I can see some wavy people, but I want to see more wavy people, right? Anyways, the first thing that I really wanted to say is this powerful way of thinking. And it's really that, how about if we stop being afraid of what could go wrong and start thinking more so about what could go right? Because so many times, like, the reason we're scared and the reason we're anxious is because fear, and people may have heard me say this before, but I feel like some people still don't get it. Because fear is simply a misuse of imagination. Fear is simply imagining that the outcome of a certain thing is going to be negative, right? But the thing is that fear and faith are literally polar opposites. As in, faith is something where it's the same as fear, but it's just a positive version. It's like, rather than being scared or thinking a negative thing is going to happen out of a certain outcome, you're actually positive. You're thinking that something positive is going to happen out of a certain outcome, right? And by the way, just to kind of as a kind of, I guess, disclaimer or whatever, like just to really state the fact that anything that I'm speaking about when it comes down to things like coronavirus, stuff like that, I'm not saying that no one should be kind of prepared, and no one should, like, I'm not saying people should just ignore the situation, because that doesn't even make sense. Like, obviously you want to be prepared, you want to be focused, you want to be alert, but you don't need to be anxious, right? And I'm not saying that people haven't been getting sick and people haven't been dying and stuff like that. Like, condolences out to every single person that has. Like, even my uncle, he called me up, he was telling me that he thinks he has coronavirus and stuff like that, literally today. But it's like, I want every single person to understand the fact that, yo, there's no need to be anxious, even regardless of all of that, right? And that's the first thing. That's the first kind of point of understanding to have. Stop being afraid of what could go wrong. Start thinking about what could go right. Because there's so many things to be excited for. Every single person at the start of this call listed so many things that you're already excited for, but without me even needing to tell you anything, right? You already know that you're excited for something else, but sometimes because of certain things, because of how we're hearing so much, and we're hearing so much negativity all the time, especially depending on the kind of people you're speaking to. But a lot of people's friendships and stuff, they may be so scared, so negative, all this kind of stuff. And what that obviously does is it kind of distracts you. Jeez, I see something right notes. It kind of distracts you from the things that you're actually excited about, and you actually forget that you're excited about. Like some of you, some of you, as you wrote down what you were excited about, you probably forgot that you were even excited about those things before this call, before I even asked you, because you've been so distracted thinking about all these other stuff that maybe you're worried about, right? And there's really just no need to be anxious. And I'm going to really break this down in detail. I'm not just going to say don't be anxious. I'm going to break down why and all this kind of stuff, right? But yeah, cool. As I said, like take the precautions necessary. But what you got to understand as well is that truly successful people really strive in all situations. Like as in, whether there's certain things happening on in the economy or certain things happening in the life, certain things happening with their family, you notice that the real abundant, successful people, they're striving, right? I remember when, I don't know if you guys saw, but there was a March Madness event, and there was a massive event that was supposed to go down on Saturday, of course, and that you plugged into on a live stream. But that event, like so many people went there and they got cancelled. But guess what? People that were actually truly operating at a vibrational level of success, where they're attracting success in their life, a lot of them, they basically still did an event. I don't know if you guys saw, but the ATM squad, like literally Cash Cartier, actually Cash Cartier went there, but people like Drake, people like Drew, people like Mr. Banks, a lot of people, right, they were out there. They were out there literally on the main street of like, I don't know how many people, it must have been a few hundred, making some crazy noise. They were excited because they were still thriving regardless of everything, regardless of the fact that they all traveled to New York and they paid for an event. They invested into an event. They invested into flights and it got cancelled, but they were still lit. They were still excited. Why? Because they understood that if they were to go there, imagine there's so many people that went to New York, right? And I guarantee you that there was a lot of people that were there and they were like, oh man, it got cancelled, blah, 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 blah. Oh man, I want my money back, blah, 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 blah. I want money for my flights back, blah, 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 blah. Oh man, I'm so unhappy. All this has gone wrong. And guess what? They were on a negative vibrational state. However, these other people, they had the same exact event that happened, but they associated the different meanings to it. Because when you look at successful people, what they do is they understand the fact that an event plus the way you view it. An event, and I would recommend writing this formula down because it's an event plus the way you view the event, right, is what's going to determine the outcome of the event. The event doesn't determine the outcome of the event, guys. So the fact that that New York event was cancelled didn't mean that it was a negative event. Nothing's negative, nothing's positive. Everything is simply how we associate it. Everything is simply how we decide to view it. So there's literally two examples that I just gave you right there. Some people went to that New York event, they were unhappy, they had a dead time, which means that they wasted money. Other people, they, again, same exact event, but they associated a different meaning to it. They realize, wow, we're actually a part of something so big and so powerful that even a hotel canceling our event can't stop us. So they decided to go out onto the street and they decided to really show the world the power of what our platform is about and the power of what our community is about. So that's what you really got to understand. Same with Matt Rose's event. Exactly. Even at Matt Rose's event, the one that we did where it was so packed out that we literally had to have, we sent away, I think there was like 300 people in the room. And like 300 people got sent away as well, probably more, I don't even know. But so many people got sent away. And a lot of people, they were moving negative. Oh man, blah, 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 blah. But then other people, they stuck around, they stayed for the training, they got a lot of value from it. They realized the fact that, wow, this is so powerful that so many people are here wanting to learn how to make money. It shows the movement, the power of the movement that we're part of. But it's just that there's different ways of kind of viewing things. That's the reason I'm really saying this, right? And what you got to also understand is that worry really creates unnecessary stress. Right? Worry really creates unnecessary stress. Look, they say, and some of you may have heard me say this as well, but they say that if you worry, right, if you worry about something and it happens, then you've suffered twice. That right there, when I heard it the first time and every time I hear it again, it shifts my perspective because it's like, damn, if you worry about something and it happens, then you've suffered twice. Why? Because when you actually look at it scientifically, right? Scientifically speaking, there's studies that literally show that a lot of the time, when we're stressing about something, right? what we do is we associate a certain pain to that. For example, let's think of the example of needles, right? Example of needles. In fact, no, we'll speak about needles because more people can relate to it, right? Needles, right? People are scared to, for example, get a needle or whatever. The crazy thing about it, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this as well, anyone that has been scared in the past or is scared currently of needles, and when you go to get a needle, you go to get a plug or something, you're always scared. You're like, oh man, it's gonna hurt, blah, 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 blah. It's gonna be peak. Man, like, I'm so scared, blah, blah, blah. Especially when you were younger. I remember when I was younger, I was scared. Like, I was getting some kind of blood test for something. I don't remember what it was. And I was like, blah, 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 blah. I was all scared. I was like, But guess what? When the actual needle went in, it didn't hurt as much as I anticipated. And the crazy thing is that there's been studies that show that most of the time, the pain that we associate with something, the pain that we think something is going to actually bring us, is most of the time amplified compared to the pain that it actually gives us. What I mean by that is that when we worry, we actually go through pain whilst we're worrying. And that pain that we're going through whilst we're worrying about it, most of the time is worse than the actual event. So imagine, not only are we suffering twice by worrying about something and it's still happening, but we're actually suffering more and we're suffering worse. And it may not even happen as well. So when we really think about that, it's so crazy to think. It's like, it really doesn't even matter, because a lot of times, let's think of an example of a car in traffic, right? Sometimes things are simply out of our control, right? Sometimes we may be in a car, we may be in traffic. Like, personally, I don't drive. Well, I failed my test. I can maybe still drive a little bit. I might run someone over, but it's all good, right? Let's say, for example, I'm driving, right? And I'm, not me, but let's say, for example, someone's driving on the way to work, right? A lot of the times, you see these people that are getting so emotional because maybe there's a lot of traffic. They're like, oh man, I'm going to be late for work. Like when I missed pushing. Yeah, it was actually 5. But anyways, that's uncommon for a different day. Even that's an example as well. But let's speak of the example. In fact, let's speak about that. I'm going to speak about what Sam said. He was speaking about the fact that a lot of you may have seen on my story the other day when I was on the way to an event. And literally, I like normally when this is a tip, by the way. This is a little hack, right? What I do, people wonder how is it I'm always early, all this kind of stuff. It's like what I do is I aim to be there an hour early. And then normally I may be like half an hour early or maybe like on time, right? Because I may miss a train or whatever, right? But I aim to be there an hour early. Because when you aim to be somewhere an hour early, this is kind of a sidetrack, but I'm telling you, if you guys actually all did this, then some of you guys will not be late to events like you are, right? Or some of you guys will not be late to certain things, right? But listen, if you guys just apply this, but anyways, so I normally leave like an hour early or whatever, right? And then that means that if I miss a train, because people like to make the excuse of, oh man, like, oh, I'm late because I missed a train. Anytime someone says that to me, by the way, if you say that to me, just know that in my head, I'm just thinking, no, that's not why you're late. You're late because you didn't leave earlier. That's the only reason anyone can be late. But like, it doesn't matter if anything, doesn't matter if there's traffic, doesn't matter if flipping, I don't know, the cloud fell from the sky. You're late because you didn't leave earlier. You know what I'm saying? So even that time, right, what had happened is that I was on the way to this event, and literally I get to the train station now, and my train is cancelled. Bear in mind, my trains normally come maybe once every half an hour or something like that. It's not a regular kind of consistent thing, right? So I get to the train station, and bear in mind, what I didn't say on my story is I was even running for that train, because I was even running a little bit late for that train. I was like, okay, cool, let me do a little bit of running, right? So I run for this train now, and now I'm seeing it saying, I think at first I thought it said delayed, and I was like, oh, wow, like I ran for nothing. And then I saw that I was looking at the wrong thing, and it was actually cancelled. My train was actually cancelled. So the train's cancelled now. And then I'm seeing other people like, oh man, blah, 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 blah. They're all feeling all anxious. They're all feeling all worried. They're all feeling all concerned because they're running late. And then I was thinking to myself, okay, cool. Like I could be anxious. I could be annoyed. I could be irritated. I could be worried about the fact that, oh man, I might not be on time, blah, 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 blah. But I decided to look at it from a different stance. I decided to be like, hold up. If I'm going to be stressing about this, then guess what? I'm just making myself suffer unnecessarily, because me stressing and me worrying isn't going to change the fact that I missed the train. So guess what I did? I just looked for a different route. And then the other route, the train was delayed as well. The other route after that, the train was cancelled as well. The other route after that, I got on the train, got halfway, then the next train got cancelled, and it ended up being 5 trains that were cancelled. But it's fine, because guess what? In that whole period of time, I wasn't worried. I wasn't stressing. Like, obviously cool, I was running late and stuff, but the fact of the matter was that in that situation, there was nothing more that I could do. Like, as in, the trains were going to be moving the way that they were moving. So the only thing that I could have done, well, the only thing that I did was accept responsibility for the fact that I could have left even earlier. If I left the extra hour earlier, then I could have made it on time. Cool, perfect, right? But I say that to say this. I say that to say the fact that that particular moment, worrying, some people were worrying. Some people, I saw people, they were so annoyed, they were so irritated, they were so stressed. And I was like, damn, we're going through the exact same event right now, but they're just choosing to associate a different meaning to the event. And simply because of that, they're sad and unhappy. And it's like, wow, hold up. That's the difference. That's literally the difference. It's just how we assort, like how we actually decide to see things, right? Same thing again, like if you're in a car in traffic, same thing, you might be running late to work. But it's like, rather than you being that person that's like, oh man, I'm running late to work, my boss is gonna be angry at me. Okay, is that going to speed up the car? Is that going to make your car just fly all of a sudden? Now you could just fly over all of the cars. Not yet. Maybe in the future you could press a button, but my car, I don't have a car yet, but as in like, for anyone that has a car, I don't think anyone's car has that functionality yet, right? If it does, then cool, good for you. But if it doesn't, then there's no point stressing and thinking, oh man, why like da, 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 or shouting at the next driver thinking, oh, blah, 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 or shouting at your girl or your guy in the car talking about, oh, blah, 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 get like letting out your anger on some people doesn't make sense, right? Because the fact of the matter is that either way you're going to be late. But what that means again, and again, like, I'm not saying just like ignore things and stuff, like you want to be precautious. Like as in that situation, when you're driving and when you're in the car and you realize that, wow, nothing can be changed, then what are you going to do? You're going to prepare by calling your boss and letting him know, listen, I'm running a bit late, right? Same thing when it comes down to this whole coronavirus thing and all this kind of stuff. Like, guys, you definitely want to make sure you're prepared, because the fact of the matter is that there could definitely be something like what's going on in Italy right now, where they do a complete lockdown. And if there's a complete lockdown, then every single person wants to make sure that you have items in the house, right? Like simply as that. That's my perspective. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. That's just my thought process. Like you would probably want to have some things like rice, yeah, toilet rolls if you want. But like as in at least have food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you're gonna eat toilet rolls. Get some cat food in case you run out of other food. You can maybe eat cat food. But literally get some stuff like rice, beans, like whatever you eat in it. But just stack up on some certain things. Say no more, Laura. I got you, man. I'll hit you up later. But yeah, listen, like when it comes down to it, yeah, you gotta understand that, yeah, being precautious and being kind of ready for these things it makes sense, right? But you want to be, then there's this term that I've heard from a certain doctor that I actually like to listen to, and he says that you want to be alert and not anxious. Sorry, be alert and not anxious. So be ready, be precaution, take precautions, but don't be scared while you're doing it, right? Get things like stack up, do things like work on your immune system, eat healthy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like as in, take in nutrients that are going to support your immune system that can actually go ahead and help you strengthen. Don't go out necessarily when you don't need to. One of the blessings that we really have within this platform, okay, cool, I understand that every single person has this full blessing yet, because a lot of people are still working at the moment. Shout out to Jerry, plant-based life, you already know the vibes. I ain't going to tell you guys what to eat, but Jerry just gave you a little hint. But yeah, you guys can eat what you want, but I'm just saying, be careful with what you're kind of putting into your body, because certain things are definitely going to make your body more prone to disease and all that kind of stuff. But that's what we're coming for a different day. But one more thing as well I'll say as well on that topic is the fact that fear and being scared, right? Being scared weakens your immune system. I don't know how many people know that. A lot of people should know that, but if you don't, then you know now, right? Being scared literally releases chemicals that actually weaken your immune system. In fact, not even just that they weaken your immune system, but stress can actually be a cause of illness. So if that's the fact, imagine me as someone that's scared of getting sick, right? And because of that fear of getting sick, you make yourself sick. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So the fact of the matter is that thinking about this kind of stuff, it's really not just going to help you, right? Again, you want to be alert, but you don't want to be anxious. You want to just move on with your day-to-day life, but with precautions. Do things like wash your hands, maybe if you really want to, right? Do things like wash your hands. Do things like, as I said, like you don't necessarily need to go out if you don't need to go out. If your work has been closed, then cool, grind from home. This is like the perfect time for every single person to be grinding and growing. But I'm going to speak more about it actually towards the end of the call, because there's going to be another topic that I'm going to speak about. It's not just about coronavirus that I'm going to be speaking about. But the reason I'm really speaking about this today, because I was really sitting here thinking earlier, I was saying, cool, what kind of value should I pour into everyone today? And I just realized I was just seeing some people's social medias, and I was seeing the way that some people are speaking in groups and stuff like that. And I realized that a lot of people, even within our team, like even within this platform, are actually seeming very emotional and very kind of worried about certain things that go on. And I really want every single person to understand that you just don't need to be worried. There's just really no point. There's no benefit. Because number one, understanding the fact that, obviously, look, I'm no doctor and I'm no scientist, so I'm not necessarily going to break down exactly in terms of why you don't need to worry about the disease. You guys can do your own research, but one thing I would definitely say is understand that most of the reasons why people are worried and anxious isn't because of any facts. It's simply because of how the media has portrayed certain things. So because you're seeing certain things on the media all the time, guess what? You start to think like that. You start to be scared. You start to be anxious without necessarily actually understanding the facts of the situation without necessarily understanding what's actually going on, right? You got to understand that the media has a certain agenda, right? There's certain agendas, and there's a lot of agendas, but one I'm going to speak about that isn't too crazy that probably everyone can actually agree with, is the fact that they want to make money, right? So what sells more? Fair. What sells more? It's like negativity. Negativity sells more. So what are they going to post? Why is it that on the news all the time, you're seeing, like, I remember when there was like 1 death in the UK of coronavirus, then there was like 2, then there was like 3, and every single time they would add each person. It's like, oh, there's been 1, there's been 2, there's been 3. But why is it that it wasn't reported how many people had, for example, survived? How many people had, for example, recovered? You got to think about these certain things because you got to understand that the media is there to put you in a certain way, to put your perspective in a certain way. So don't be scared based on just what you're hearing from the media or based on what just what you're hearing from other people, because you got to understand, even when you're hearing people speak, most of the times when people are speaking, they're just speaking about what they've heard from the media, or they're speaking about what they heard from their mum or their granny. I know my granny was trying to tell me certain things. I could have been the person that was going to hop on his call and be like, oh, yo, listen, my granny said this, my granny said that. No, like, you got to understand that you really got to look and listen and understand that most people that they care, but they're just hearing about what they've heard in the media. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I literally saw this video of how in Italy, in the lockdown, I haven't seen this on the news, but I don't know, maybe it's on the news. I don't watch the news, so I can't even really say too much, to be honest with you. But literally in Italy, they're singing, they were there singing Rihanna. They were in the lockdown, they were in the quarantine, and they were all literally like out of their windows singing all together the same song. And it was like, damn, like that's crazy. Like, these are like positive stuff that you got to understand. People aren't around the world like just living in fear that are actually in those situations. A lot of people are actually excited. A lot of people are actually positive. Because yeah, on the balcony, literally I saw on Instagram, I don't know if it was on the news or what, maybe it was, I don't know. But literally understand that there's certain agendas. And when you understand that these agendas are in place, you're gonna realize that, hold up, let me not succumb to these agendas. Let me not allow these agendas, let me not allow this fear to come inside me, because again, fear is it sells, right? Fear is a way that they can go ahead and exploit your emotions, exploit the way that you're thinking, so that you can go ahead and watch more. You can go ahead and pay them more attention, right? By the way, guys, if I'm making sense so far, just drop a 222 in the chat box, just so I really kind of understand. I don't know if I'm making sense to you guys. I don't know if I'm adding value. I don't know if it's really kind of helping you guys maybe feel less worried, or maybe not even just feel less worried, but maybe feel a bit more excited. In fact, I haven't even got to the excited part. I'm gonna tell you guys why you should be excited as well very soon. But really and truly, what you guys want to do is you want to really make sure, and what we all want to do is we all want to make sure that we're being proactive rather than reactive. Right? As in, proactive people, this is what successful people do, they're proactive. So rather than them being reactive to certain things that they're hearing in the news or certain things that they're hearing in the media, what they do is they're actually proactive. They're actually thinking, cool, what are certain aims that I have to achieve? And how can I react to this in a way that is really what I want? Not just reacting just because it's like a reaction that I need to have, but what do I want? And how can I go ahead and focus on what I want by being proactive rather than just reacting to certain situations? And again, I'm not getting into too much details about the exact kind of certain all these things about coronavirus stuff, but if you want to, like, research it, you know what I'm saying? But regardless of anything, regardless of necessarily how like, because cool, like, understand that it's going to spread. There's going to be more people that are going to get coronavirus, probably some people that you know. That doesn't mean they're going to die from it. The percentage of people that die from it is actually relatively low, as probably most people know. And if you don't know, then now you know. You can go and look into it yourself. But the most important thing to understand is the focus of the school isn't even to tell you about that. It's more so to understand that regardless of what's happening, and again, it's about other worries that you have in your life as well. Regardless of all that kind of stuff, when there's certain things that aren't necessarily changeable, or you don't know necessarily that there's no way for you to change it, there's no need to be worried, guys. There's really no need to be worried. There's really no need to be anxious, and it's really detrimental for you to do so, right? And I've repeated that because I want every single person to really genuinely understand it. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy the journey, like, enjoy the process. Things like the way that people in Italy are singing and stuff like that, enjoy the process. Like, if you're, for example, I don't know, if, for example, the UK or whatever place you're in does decide that they want to go into a quarantine, then guess what? Enjoy the process. Like, there's always going to be something exciting that you can find out of every single thing that's going on. Because obviously, this is like it's not as serious of an issue at all. And by no means am I saying it. It's just an example, right? When I would miss those trains and stuff, I was just excited because I found some kind of ways to go ahead and enjoy the journey, right? I actually saw a video of someone. It was a video of someone in China. This was like when it was only in China, and he was someone who, like, he was in quarantine and all this kind of stuff. But he was just excited. Like, he was just happy. He was just passionate. And he's actually the person that I heard it from who said, if you worry about something and it happens and you suffer twice. He was someone who was in China in a lockdown. That's who I heard this quote from. So it's like, it's all based on how we decide to perceive certain things and how we decide to see certain information. But guys, hopefully that kind of helps you when it comes down to that. I'm going to speak about something else as well, but hopefully that helps you when it comes down to the whole coronavirus affairs and all that kind of stuff. Let me know if it does. Again, like just to check in, I just want to make sure that I have, because my purpose of this call was to really actually like help people not be worried, number one, and to actually be excited. The saying is, if you worry about something and it happens, then you've suffered twice. If you worry about something and it happens, then you've suffered twice, right? But the next thing I really wanted to speak about, right? Cool. It's good that you guys actually did get some value from that. But the next thing I really want to speak about is this concept of, okay, cool. It's like, now we can be like, we need to be proactive, but how do we go ahead and be proactive? And I've said you should be excited. Why should we be excited? Like what is there to be excited about? Cool, we dropped some things in the chat box earlier, but what more is there to be excited about? By the way, one more thing I'll say as well is obviously stay safe, make sure your family are safe, all that kind of stuff. If you can, stock up on certain things, make sure your family knows as well, because some people aren't necessarily informed. But other than that, moving on to the next topic, right? Be proactive. How can we be proactive? How can we be excited? Understand that this is a moment in time where we really, like, this is a very important moment in time. And so many people right now, and I'm not going to get into too much details, like, I don't know, for some people that maybe know me more on a personal level, like, you may know certain, like, there's certain thought process that I'll be having regarding everything and why certain things are happening. But the fact of the matter is that regardless of why certain things are happening, a lot of people are getting distracted by things like coronavirus, and they're forgetting the fact that we're actually most likely about to head into a recession. So what does that do? That leaves people broke. That leaves people still at the same level of income because they're not focused on growth, because they're only focused on fear. They're only focused on being scared about certain things, and they forget the fact that, yo, we're likely about to head into a recession. And for those of you guys who don't understand that concept, look, my uncle called me the other day. He was asking me about trading, how he can get involved with this kind of stuff. And he didn't even know that, as in, like, a recession is likely to happen. So I started to educate him on exactly what I'm about to break down to you right now. For those of you guys who don't understand them, maybe even though those of you guys who do understand that maybe we're about to go into a recession, this can maybe help you with a little bit more insight, right? Because what we got to understand, number one, again, disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, right? You guys can listen to this if you want. You guys can hop off the call if you want. This is just me speaking, right? But literally, right, the first thing is understanding the fact that the economy runs in cycles, right? The economic cycle goes up, and it goes down, and it goes up, and it goes down. It doesn't necessarily go all the way down, but it's just like an uptrend, right? In an uptrend, what do we see? High, higher, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, right? So as we understand that, and we actually look at the data, we actually realize that on average, a correction tends to happen. And a correction, in this particular case, when I say correction, I'm speaking about a recession. I'm speaking about economic pullback, right? Something like, for example, 2007, 2008 recession. Something like, for example, 10 years before that, when there was a recession, I believe around 1997, 1998, there tends to be a recession that happens on average maybe every 10 years or so, right? Maybe 8 to 10 years, right? But what we got to understand right now is that the last recession finished around about 2009, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's now 2020. So it wouldn't be surprising if we have some kind of recession that happens this year or maybe next year, but very, very soon, right? It's a massive potential for that. But we're not just going to look at that and be like, cool, that's enough for us to maybe feel that there's a recession. Guys, understand that who here knows Warren Buffett? Everyone knows of Warren Buffett, right? And this is going to be something that I don't believe that most people actually understand on this call, is that Warren Buffett, obviously he has a hedge fund, right? And his hedge fund, for those of you guys who don't know who Warren Buffett is, by the way, he's one of the wealthiest investors in the planet, right? Literally, like, as in, he's multi-billionaire, right? Search him up if you don't know about it, if you want to, right? But the thing that you need to understand is that he actually owns a hedge fund. I don't remember what it's called, Berkshire, something like that. I don't remember how it's pronounced. But the fact of the matter is that that hedge fund, right? They've actually taken out. They actually have over $100 billion, Berkshire Hathaway. They've actually taken out, and they have more than $100 billion in cash. And for those of you guys who don't understand it without me explaining it, understand that why would such a massive hedge fund take out such a significant amount of money from the markets? Maybe because bear in mind that these guys are big boy investors, they maybe understand the economic cycle. They maybe understand that what do we speak about in trading? We speak about buy low, sell high. So if they're anticipating that the market's about to drop, what are they going to do? If you have a lot of money in your account and you have multiple billions, what are you going to do when the market's high and it's about to drop? You're going to take out your money, right? So if that's the case, and Warren Buffett has taken out $100 billion I don't know about you guys, but to me, 100 billion is like quite a significant amount of money. You know what I'm saying? I know we got some ballers on this, but for me, like 100 billion is like quite a bit of money. You know what I'm saying? So 100 billion they've taken out. I'm freaking okay. Like you guys can make your own conclusion about that if you want to, right? But I'm just throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my 1%. Sorry, my 0.1% risk. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking. But yeah, literally, like as you understand that, you can take from that what you wish, right? But that's another point that kind of suggests, okay, maybe we might be heading into a recession, because what are they going to do? They're going to want to buy when the market goes back down low, right? So they want to pull out as much as possible right now. Obviously, they still got some money in, but they want to pull out as much as possible so that they can put money back in when the market's low. They can make crazy. They're probably going to become trillionaires, right? Because what you got to understand is that most of my mentors right now are just so excited. The people that understand the fact that recession is likely to happen, they're excited. Not necessarily, obviously, cool. Sympathy goes out to the people that are going to be negatively affected during a recession, but the people that are excited are the people that understand the information I'm breaking down to right now. Because some people right now, they're forgetting the fact that, a recession is about to happen because of distractions like coronavirus, because of distractions that other things are necessarily happening in life. And again, I'm not saying that certain things are serious, but it's just important to understand where we are when it comes down to the economic cycle as well. Because that's 2 points that suggest that core recession is likely to happen. What else? We're seeing all these jobs. All these jobs just fading away. Like literally just fading away, just disintegrating. Like people just losing their jobs just like that. Like probably a lot of us in the school probably know someone who has lost their job recently. Probably maybe even some people in the school have maybe lost their job recently. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, once we understand that, we realize, hold up. There's certain things that we need to be conscious of. There's certain thoughts that we need to be having, and there's certain things that we need to really understand that, hold up, maybe this is a certain pattern, right? But I'm not saying all this to scare people. I'm not saying this for people to be like, oh man, there's a recession. Oh man, it's going to be the end of the world. Blah, blah, blah. No, listen, there's a reason I'm saying this. Like, and the reason I'm saying this is to really empower every single person to understand the urgency of what we have. To understand the power of what we have there. Because it's got to a point where I literally saw, I don't read newspapers or anything, but I literally saw a newspaper article that it was on Instagram, so some of you probably saw it, where it literally said, and you don't normally see things like this in a newspaper, but it literally said that it recommends that people go ahead and get a side hustle and start to make $1,000 a month from their side hustle. And I'm like, damn, so even the media is starting to say things like this now. That's clearly showing that, whoa, hold up. Like, yo, people need to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jonathan said Project 1000, 1000 platinum 1000s, you know the vibes. They literally told us that people need to get started and go P1000 and make money in trading, right? But the crazy thing about it is, the reason I say that is because look, let's say for example, you lose your job today, right? Now what? Now really ask yourself, now what? You've lost your job today. Visualize that. You've lost your job today. Now what? Because understand that it's something that can genuinely happen. There's so many jobs being lost. There's something that can genuinely happen, right? So if you lose your job today, how is your household going to operate, right? How is your family going to operate? In fact, some of you may be thinking, oh, maybe I would be fine. I would be okay. I actually don't, wait, see what's the article? I don't remember, you know, I think it was on the Telegraph or something. I don't even know. I don't read newspapers like that. But literally, right, understanding, what was I saying again? Yeah, side hustle. So if you lose your job, right, let's say for example you lose your job, what's gonna happen? Some people maybe think, oh, like for me it would be okay. But what about if, for example, your parents lost their job? Because sometimes we gotta understand that it's not just about us, right? How would our parents' life be if they lost their job? If they lost their job today, what kind of level are we at the moment for us to help them? Cool, maybe you can help them a little bit, but can you really provide them with their full-time income, right? Positivity. Let's not say our jobs are at risk. I'm definitely not going to say your jobs aren't at risk, because they are. Like, I'm here to keep it real with every single person. Like, you could get fired today. You could actually have got fired yesterday. They haven't even told you yet. Maybe they're going to tell you on Monday. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's Monday today. Yeah, I don't even know the day. But literally, right, you got to understand that these things are real. Like, these things are real threats that can happen. But obviously, I'm not saying, like, if you listen throughout to the end, you're going to understand why I'm saying certain things. But you got to understand that these are real risks. Your parents could lose their jobs. Your family could lose their job. And I want you to really understand and imagine, cool, what's going to happen when they lose their job? What's going to happen if/when they lose their job? Look, Razia, look at the message that Razia dropped. She lost her job last week, right? She told me about this last week as well, on that same day, after 3 years of dedication. So these are things that are happening, right? So I don't want anyone to come here thinking, oh, no, I can't lose my, no, you can lose your job, right? But the question is, what are we going to do about it? Because I'm not here to, again, I'm not here to scare anyone, right? But I'm here to to help people understand the urgency of the situation that we're in right now. Because people are losing their jobs, that means that right now is the time where we need to go hard. Right now is the time where we need to position ourselves in a point where we're able to make money off of the recession. Because as the recession happens, why is it that people are so excited? Like people that understand are so excited? It's because they have money to invest. Because when you have a lot of money to invest and the prices are at a discount, what are you gonna do? You're gonna buy it. And guess what? When you buy at a low price, the market goes up, you're making serious money. Whether that's in crypto, whether that's in stocks, whether that's in, it doesn't even matter. You just buy something at a low price, it's gonna be it's gonna be pretty easy to make money during a recession if you have a lot of money stacked up. If you don't, it's gonna be a bit sticky. But that's why there's so much urgency. And it's so important for us to do this because again, we have to understand that not only is it also about us making money in the long term and investing when the prices are low in a recession, but it's also about us being able to help our families during the recession. You know what I'm saying? We're so blessed because we're able to learn a skill set within this platform that's recession proof. Because you can trade during a recession. If one currency is going down, other currency is going up. And I really want you to understand that this is how blessed we are. We're so blessed right now that if we just take this thing seriously, that if you lose your job in a few months' time or whatever, or if your parents lose your job in a few months' time or whatever, because you've taken this seriously from today, like from today, you've taken this seriously. From tomorrow, you've woken up and you're like, listen, you know what? It's time to go sick on it. It's time to go hard. Because I understand the fact that my job is not safe. I understand the fact that my parents' job is not safe. I understand the fact that my uncle could lose their job. And the fact of the matter is that they could lose their job and they have other commitments and I can't even help them. I understand these kind of things. So I need to go ahead and make sure that I'm grinding like I've never grinded before. Especially if we're at home. Because it can be a tendency to be at home and it's like, oh, I'm at home all day. But it's like, we got to grind. Like, we got to go so hard because number one, we have to stack up so we can make money off this recession so that we can genuinely get wealthy. You got to understand that the whole family, the whole TEC, about to be crazy wealthy, yo. Like, we about to be crazy wealthy. Like, I want every single person to understand that thing. But we have to go hard. If we don't go hard right now, then what we're going to do is we're going to be looking back at the people that did go hard, right? And we're going to see that, damn, shit, man. Damn, like I didn't mean to swear that, but damn, I could have done so much more. Yo, I could have been chairman. Imagine if I was chairman. But also what we got to understand is that it's bigger than us. It's not just about us, and it's not just about our families. It's also about the fact that there's so many people out here. Steven said and I'm not laughing because what he said isn't correct. Like, it's fact. I was just laughing because I was imagining Daniel saying that. If you guys have heard Daniel and he says never. Says we will never. I'm not even gonna do it because I don't want to do it this service, right? But if you guys ever have the privilege to hear Daniel say never, then yo, it's just a blessing. But anyways, guys, we need to go hard right now because we got to understand, as I said, it's bigger than us, it's bigger than ourselves, right? The fact of the matter is that there's so many people out there, guys. You see so many people, right, that don't understand. People don't even know that there's a recession that's about to happen. Like my uncle, for example. So people need us to share this opportunity. I'm gonna keep it 100% real. And at this point, I don't care if someone wants to get offended by this, but I want to really say that any single person right now, honestly, like not up until this point, but going forward from this point, because before this point, you may have not understood. You may have not understood the fact that people out there, they have jobs that they're about to lose. There are people out there, they have families whose jobs are about to be lost. People out there, they have incomes that is not enough for them to make money during a recession. People out there, they have money that is not enough money for them to even survive for a few weeks if they can't go to their job. People out there, they rely on certain things and they can't make money from home. So if for example, there is a quarantine, they're in a sticky situation. There's all these different things and maybe we haven't understood it to this point. But from this point, from this call, any single person that wants to talk about, and guys, this is my opinion. It's not representative of the company, but I'm just keeping it real because this is the way I'm seeing it. Any single person that wants to say, oh, you know what? I don't want to share this opportunity with anyone. You know what? I just want to trade. You know what? I just want to make money myself. Guys, I'll be real with you. You're being selfish. And it's fine to be selfish if you want to be selfish. That's cool. But I want every single person to understand the fact that the opportunity that we have here is something that people need. It's something that people genuinely need. And the whole foundation of us being a part of the elite circle is the fact that we're not just here for ourselves. We're here to genuinely help people. We're here to genuinely invest into other people and help other people actually learn this skill set because we understand that this skill set is going to free us. But imagine us not sharing this with our family. Imagine us being at a position where we're making crazy money during a recession and there's people around us, family members, random people on the street that we actually know, people on Instagram that we didn't know but we could have actually spoken to, simply because we decided to be selfish, they're broke. that we could have genuinely been the person that was going to save that person. It's like, for example, like, let's say, for example, we got Superman. Every single person in this school is Superman, right? Or Superwoman, whatever you call yourself, right? Every single person is Superman. We could be walking down the street. Right now, we're walking down the street, and there's people all around us, right, that are in certain buildings, and these buildings are about to collapse, right? And we know the building's about to collapse, right? But a lot of people just keep walking. And that's the person that doesn't want to share this opportunity. That's the person that doesn't want to go hard and smash ranks, right? Because you got to understand that the ranks is bigger than just the income. Cool, yes, 10,000%. You guys need, like, a lot of people need the income when it comes down to investing into a trading account as well, because that residual income is going to be powerful. But why is it that when you look at statistically speaking, the network marketing industry tends to go up, more people tend to get involved and make money in network marketing during times of recession? It's because they need it. So we're understanding that people need it right now. We need to go ahead and share this platform. We need to go ahead and go so hard and really care, because going back to the Superman example, we're Superman on the street, but how dare us look around? We've got powers. It's not like we're even at risk to go and share this opportunity with someone. It's not like we're gonna die. Just go and introduce them something, show them the platform, whilst we're still learning our skill set. And guess what? We can save them. We can take them out of the building. We can take them out of that building. We can bring them with us to Houston, Texas in 6 months. It's about to be lit. But listen, guys, I really want every single person to understand that. And again, that's like my perspective, right? Every single person needs to be really doing this. Every single person really needs to be at least sharing this with your family, man. Like, if you don't care about random people, if you don't care about strangers, at least care about your family enough to actually equip them with the skill set. Because let's be real, you can't necessarily, well, you can. Yeah, you might be able to, like, I don't know, retire your whole family within the next few months, so that, like, they don't need a job. But if not, it's like we really need to equip them with the skill set, because you can't save everyone. You know what I'm saying? You can't save everyone with the money that you're making. But let's really go hard within the next 6 months. Let's really have content growth. Let's really just go hard. Let's really be passionate and understand the fact that, yo, listen, we're in we're in this grind together. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I want every single person to understand, and one of the reasons why I really from this point, I would really urge every single person, every single call that we do, we need to all have our videos on. But the reason being is because we are a family. You know what I'm saying? I understand that this is a family right here. Like, every single person on this call, every single person is a part of the community who genuinely has each other's backs. You know what I'm saying? Like, any single person here, if someone needs something in a group chat, they can go ahead and message in the group chat. They can go ahead and make some calls. Like, we all know that this is a family here. Like, TEC is bigger than just a team. It's bigger than just a platform. It's genuinely just a family within this movement, and we got to understand that we're here for each other. But the only way that we're really going to be moving forward is if we're all on the same page. If we're all operating at the same level of frequency and the same level of vibration, where we're understanding, wow, listen, we need to go ahead and help the world. We need to go ahead. Number one, yeah, we need to help ourselves. Yeah, we need to learn the skill set. Yeah, we need to build this business so we can make residual income, but we also got to help other people as well. Whether they're people that financially benefit you or people that don't financially benefit you, it really doesn't matter, but just help people. Let's just do it. Let's make it happen. And with that being said, it's like, what we've got to do as well, going forward, because we understand that we are operating the same level of frequency now after the school, but all understand that we're on positive vibrations, right? We got to understand that there's going to be negative frequencies out in the world that are going to try and put you down. We really need to make sure that we're putting all of our vibrations, all of our energy, all of our positive thoughts together. How do we do that in our group chat? Guys, let's make sure that in our group chat, even on a day-to-day basis, there's something as small as just saying good morning in the group chat that's really going to help us all come together, and it's really going to help us all shine. Let's just be all active. I love every single person. Let's all grow, man. Let's all grow. Guys, real quick, before you hop off the call, if you guys really just no, furthermore, I might record this off the gram, you know, because like I just need to get some content for the gram. Listen, guys, like if you guys if you guys really got some value from this call right now, please just drop a 333 in the chat box. In fact, drop a 77. Drop your favorite number in the chat box if I really helped you guys understand certain concepts when it comes down to how you can stop stressing, how you can really be abundant, and the exciting times ahead of how we're actually going to profit during this season. Jeez, that's what we love to see. That's what we love to see, everyone. Hey, I see other stuff. See you there too. Yo, listen, guys, let's elevate. Let's go back to the group chat. Let's let every single person know the value that was dropped today. And let's all go out and let's really just make the world a better place. And let's grow and let's love and peace.